they were really pleased that it's been made and is getting out there. So they couldn't have gone better, actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Was that also in a shorts program?
Yes.
Any questions? Yes.
I'd like to know about your outsider status and how that affected your filming story. It's such a local one for us. And I'd like to just have your thoughts on that. And also casting what that experience is like.
Just to say again, was that my outsider status? As in kind of being English?
California.
What are you saying? I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, it is a bit weird, you know, especially when I went to the festival this morning, because I'm white, straight, British. So it's like, what the hell am I doing here? But for me, it was just a story that had to be told. Personally, I wrote it because it really affected me because my mother's black and my brother's gay. So that morning on November 5th, 2008, you know, when Obama had been elected the day before and the Prop 8 passed, I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I was just like so confused by it, and I was like, how did I, you know, like one hand I was so proud of America. I live here now, by the way. I've lived in LA for 5 years. And I was like so proud, I was like, yay, go America, and then I was like, oh fuck, that was really shit. Excuse my language.
Meet your mother too.
I know, this is really bad. But yeah, I was really, really annoyed, and so I just thought that I should tell that story, and to be honest, I felt as a writer, the story wasn't as provocative as it could be from my perspective, like, kind of who cares what I have to say about it, but I thought, okay, what if I was a black gay teen on that day? You know, what did we as voting adults teach the teenagers? That was kind of my question. I was like, what did we show them? Kids who are kind of still going through changes in their lives and trying to get themselves sorted, and what kind of example are we setting? And so yeah, so that was kind of where it came from personally. And then I was kind of just brave enough to just go into it and just do it like fully, and I feel like if you're telling a story from the heart, then you can kind of tell anybody's story as long as it's truthful. I think it can resonate. But I also didn't want it to be just about kind of being negative about kind of the black community against the gay community. For me, the film is about prejudice overall. You know, whether it's racial, whether it's you know, about sexual orientation. There's so many different kinds of prejudice, and I just wanted the film to kind of transcend that and say, look, we're all guilty of it in some respect, and so we've got to look past all these issues. So yeah, I did think about it definitely when I was making the film, but I just had to kind of be brave and think, I hope people can see it for what it is.
Yes.
Could you talk, either of you, talk a little bit about, kind of both of you, because you're doing great, talk a little bit about what it was like to put together, what financing you had to do, to get people together, organize this process of making a short film. I think people underestimate how difficult it is.
Right. It was interesting because I was making like a political film, I thought that I was going to just find some rich gay guy. Like, anybody in the audience, please? Who would just like, who would like give me, yeah, right. Who would give me like $5 grand. I didn't even want that much money. The budget that I used was, I think I used $6,500 to make the film. So I didn't even want that much, and so I was like, come on, somebody's got to like, this is pocket change to someone. But then I realized I was spending too much time trying to network and find that perfect person that was going to give me that money. I was a kind of an untried, producer director anyway, so I can understand it. So in the end, I just went out and I fundraised. I did runs and I did parties and all this kind of stuff, and I literally just milked all my friends and family, and that's how it all got going. And I'm really pleased that I did that. Someone just said to me, Melissa, just get on with it and make the film. It doesn't matter how much money you have, just make it. And I was like,
fine. How long
fine.
did it take you from start from inception to execution?
I kind of wrote the film in it was probably about a year. I think, and mainly it was fundraising, because I just had to do a whole bunch of events to raise that amount of money. So that probably took about 8 months, and then, the actual shooting was 6 days. We did a day of pickups. So if I'd have had that money, today, I could have done the film, definitely had it edited.